I don't know if you noticed this week, I'm trying to run a positive campaign, but it's so hard when he keeps doing things that are so bad. My opponent this week shockingly, voted against the budget because he wants to shut down the government, which is what he says on his website. If you go to his website, it says, I'm in D.C. to something about the swamp thingies, to run out the swamp thingies or whatever. Now, how can you expect your colleagues to work with you if you're calling them names? You know, I mean, that's just, some people, it's funny, some people tell me, oh, Kari, you don't attack him enough. You need to hold him accountable and all that. And you know, I'm just going, this campaign is about decorum, it's about competence, it's about responsible leadership. It's not about playing games. It's not about all of this other nonsense. I am looking to do the job, okay, to do the job. And there's lots of jobs to be done. We've got the water situation going on. Now, the insurance situation is predominantly a state issue, but there are things we can do from the federal level, and I'm looking into that. I actually have a call this week for someone that I know who used to work for the Hillary Clinton campaign, and she works in the Biden administration, and she's plugging me into a couple of people to have some conversations about what we can actually offer. You know, I'm not going to make promises for something that I can't do. But, you know, but you got to try. You have to go out there and try. And then, of course, there's the whole Ian disaster relief that we were promised a year ago. It's still sitting in Ways and Means Committee. My opponent, first he blamed Nancy Pelosi, which she wasn't even the speaker, so she's no longer the boogeyman. You get out of free jail card. That doesn't work anymore. And then he went on Wink TV and said he was waiting for the Senate. Well, that's sitting in Ways and Means in the House. So, I mean, I can tell you, you may not like what I say, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I am your liaison between Southwest Florida and the federal government. When the other day, Wink News, Celine MacArthur from Wink News followed me all day. I started the day at breakfast at BUPAC, which is a very conservative group, but we had some wonderful people came and supported me, and thank you for that. And then I went knocking on doors, and one of the first doors I knocked on was in Cape Coral. It was a young woman, pregnant, little 2 or 3 year old running around, and a puppy. And she wasn't the person I was looking for, but we had a conversation anyway. Her husband is a veteran. He has PTSD. And her request was, can we do something about training local law enforcement to de-escalate rather than escalate? When people have PTSD, you know, the situations, they may get a little loud, they get upset, and law enforcement makes it 1,000 times worse. And I thought, you know what, that's something that's going right in the book. That's going to be something that's going to be a priority. Because it doesn't take that much to get that sort of, it doesn't cost money for that to go through the system. That's just something that you can push for. And so, I mean, that was just one of the many stories I heard that day. We canvassed in both in Cape Coral and then in Dunbar. But I'm going to continue to be knocking on doors and talking to voters. One of the voters I went to was a Republican. I've been talking to a lot of Republicans who are not happy with what has been happening in Washington, D.C. And I got to tell you, the world is watching. You want to talk about national security? Nothing makes us look weaker than our government not functioning because they're bickering about, oh, we're going to impeach this one, and oh, we're going to throw out the speaker now because he said one word I don't like. Or, you know, rather than doing the people's work. So I am grateful that you're here today supporting this campaign, because I'm telling you, this could be the year. We can really make this happen. I'm really starting, I believed it, but it's getting stronger, and I just need you to stick with me. I'm looking for volunteers, always looking for people to hold house parties where I can get in front of more people. They don't have to be Democrats, you know, people in your neighborhood or whatever, because your legislator works for you. It's not they like to make it some mystical, mysterious, some wall about the government. The government is us. The government is any one of us who decides to step forward and say, yes, I can do this, I can make a difference. So that's what I've done. I'm grateful that you're here today, and we have some unbelievable musical talent. I am so excited. You guys are starting, right? You're starting off? You're leading off? So we're going to lead off with Reckless Saints.
Hello? Hey, all right. Oh, I should plug it in probably. Is it safe? All right. How you doing? Glad to be here. Glad to be part of things. We're just gonna play a few of our songs. This is about a bus ride I had in New York City into Times Square when I was 15 at 3 a.m. by myself. Welcome back to the world, said the 10-foot skinny man in the purple top and tail. Welcome back to the world, best of luck to you, relaying all your rails. Got on the bus last night in Virginia, now you're walking in New York City. Riding all night on a northbound Greyhound, looking out a dirty window, bumming cigarettes and heading for my hometown, knowing that I can't go home. Smell of diesel and gasoline, just screaming out that I'm free. Welcome back to the world, said the 10-foot skinny man in the purple top and tails. Welcome back to the world, best of luck to you, relaying all your rails. Got on the bus last night in Virginia, and now you're walking in New York City. On the front steps of the Port Authority, feeling the whirlwind blow. Looks like noon, but it's 3 a.m, that's just the way they roll. Cops, hookers, and hippies all stepping in time, just blowing me out of my mind. Welcome back to the world, said the 10-foot skinny man in the purple top and tails. You should have seen me, it was crazy. Welcome back to the world, best of luck to you, relaying all of your rails. Got on the bus last night in Virginia. Now you're walking in New York City. That's just for fun.
Did you find my way?
We're married. For anyone who doesn't know that, we get asked that. Are you guys a couple? And we've been playing together a long time, and we both write, but we never really wrote anything together. And then Kim wrote.
Until now.
She wrote most of this song and wasn't sure. She was like, I don't know. And so we kind of both sat down, and I contributed a little bit to it. So it's our first real co-write. Now,
I'm on two.
that's, yep, let me get on the same page with her.
So it's tentatively called Find My Way Home. If you have a better idea, you can let me know. I've been trying to find my way back home. It's so quiet here since you've been gone. I miss the sweetness of you talking in your sleep, and all the promises we could not keep. Wondering and wondering what the hell I'm gonna do. Everywhere I look, I see you. Took a walk and ended up at our favorite bar. Drank too much so I'd stop caring where you are. Someday when I think of you, I won't feel alone. Someday when I think of you, I'll smile. Someday when I find my way back home, it's gonna take a while, and I'll find my way through the foggy night on a daylight train. If you and I had never set each other free, I might not have found the key to what I'm searching for, that home of mine. Well, I've been here the whole time. Someday when I think of you, I won't feel alone. Someday when I think of you, I'll smile. Someday when I find my way back home, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Been trying to find my way back home. Thanks, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for indulging us with our original stuff. We're going to try and, come up with, we tried to come up with some things that were more topical and, so this one I think qualifies. You want to do Air? This was a song that Roy wrote back in 2016 as kind of a response to the Twitter wars, I guess.
I don't know about I don't know, wars. It was about waking up and having to say, what did he tweet in all caps last night while I was sleeping, and who has it hurt, and what kind of ocean wave is it gonna, which way, that waking up every morning and just, sorry, I have
It's like
such
poison.
I think I can't be the only one who's got the anxiety now of like, I don't want to go through that again, because it'll be way worse.
Hallelujah.
Let's get. This was just about the tweets. It was about the tweets. But we've played it in very public places enough times, and I don't always say that out loud because there's another one we're gonna play later where somebody had they were loving us, man. We were playing in this place. I don't remember where it was, but he was just loving
Macon,
us,
Georgia.
waving the banner like you guys, And then I got to this song we're going to play in a little bit. Not this one.
He got up and left.
Got all mad and stormed out with his brand new CDs and T-shirt. So it's like,
we already had his money.
I'm glad we had the break before we played that song, sir. But this is a different one. Take your poison arrow, put it to your bow. Point it way up high, pull it back and let it go. Really don't matter what you hit or where it goes. Got to shoot down anything that ain't what we all know. Got to shoot down anything that ain't what we all know. When the arrows turn and they head back for the ground, with twice the force they had by the time they're halfway down, won't you spread the word, my darling, all around the town? The sky is shooting arrows, Lord, what brought this plague around? The sky is shooting arrows, Lord, what brought this plague around? And I'm dressed up all in white, so I seem so clean and right. When the smoke is cleared and the people wanna know who put the first poison arrow to the first poison bow, just blame it on the sunshine, blame it on the snow. And if you want me, babe, I'll be someplace that you don't know. If you want me, babe, I'll be someplace that you don't know. And I'll dress up all in green, so I blend into the sea. Take your poison arrow, won't you put it to your bow? Point it way up high, pull it back and let it go. Really don't matter what you hit or where it goes. Got to shoot down anything that ain't what we all know. Got to shoot down anything that ain't what we all know. Got to shoot down anything. Leave it up there. Oh, go right to it? All right, well, you know that other one I was talking about? And I use metaphors and stuff because I try to be a uniter as a musician, as a writer. I try to unite people. So this idea of like pointing fingers and saying, you're wrong and you're bad, like I try not to do too much of that, but man. As someone recently said, it's so hard to run a friendly musical campaign. Yeah, so I guess this one guy I was mentioning earlier, I guess he figured out my secret code.
And this was during the orange years.
I was using farm animals and stuff as let me try that again. Down, down, take me down to a shack in the middle of a one-horse town. Pull my plug from the grid of shame. Let me off of this runaway train. I want off of this runaway train. Little boy blue just blowing his horn. Cows all running for the tall corn. Sheep in the meadow where they're safe from harm. They're all fenced in and everybody's armed. Down, down, take me down to a shack in the middle of a one-horse town. Pull my plug from the grid of shame. Let me off of this runaway train. Want off of this runaway train. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, keeping it low, keep out of sight. Ain't no way to live, what a damn disgrace to feel you got to run 'cause you're in the rain. Down, down, take me down to a shack in the middle of a one-horse town. Pull my plug from the grid of shame. Let me off of this runaway train. I want off of this runaway train. Down, down, take me down to a shack in the middle of a one-horse town. Pull my plug from the grid of shame. Let me off of this runaway train. I want off of this runaway train. Chicken in the pan, picking every bit of dough. In the dark where the buds grow. Getting fatter every day while a working man with us. Telling yourself, yeah, a hard-working fellow. Down, down, take me down to the shack in the middle of a one-horse town. Pull my plug from the grid of shame. Let me off of this runaway train. I want off of this runaway train. He figured it out. It's like I thought I was I thought I hit it.
Well, I think it was my intro. I said, this is a response to the news today.
Oh. Oh, you gave it away.
I gave it away. So,
Get
it's
in
good
there.
to
There
be
you-
here with you all today. Well, I could keep on. So you want to do coping?
Okay.
This is not one of our songs, but I just really love to sing it. Good? There's no substitute for the real thing. The kind of chemical that can make your whole body sing. You can take the needle, shove it in your brain, and call it medication to alleviate your pain. I do my best to keep the confusion to a minimum. I try not to be the monster of the millennium. Someday they'll thank us for the hell that we was giving up. When all this time we hoped we were bored or lying offending them. There's no substitute for the real thing. Double refrain. All your poison in your brain. Carry on and complain till you forget your name. Thanks.
And I was thinking we should pull out our book of protest songs.
So
We don't have a lot of them.
So we'll do one more, and let all these other fine folks come on up. This one we did not write either. You want to do that one? The Blaze Foley song?
Well, okay.
It really has nothing to do with politics, but it's called Election Day.
Although, well, there's a running theme through it, though, that's I don't know if it'll be approved.
Well, you know. Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's somewhat of a protest song, but I don't know if it's relevant to. It was by a man named Blaze Foley, who was a bit of a troublemaker down in Austin, Texas. Died tragically in defending somebody though. He was standing up for his friend.
Okay. And this is of course, we're only making references to medical and legally approved things. Hey, Mr. Policeman, please don't take my stuff. It cost me too much money, and it probably ain't enough to get me through Election Day. Didn't I hear you say it's alright, it's alright, it's alright? Well, it wouldn't even weigh a thing. It's hardly worth your time.
Hardly worth your
Luck's
time.
been bad. The telephone just ate my only dime, and there might be some burglary. Oh, why don't you just go and
Why
see?
don't you just
Be alright, be alright, be alright. policeman, please don't take my stuff. It costs me too much money, and it probably ain't enough to get me through election day. Didn't I hear you saying it's alright, it's alright, it's alright? Hey, Mr. Policeman, please don't take my stuff. It costs me too much money, and it probably ain't enough to get me through election day. Didn't I hear you saying it's alright, it's alright, it's alright? It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Kari Lerner for Congress.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us today.
Oh, and here's the lady of the hour, our shining hope for the future.
Kari Lerner.
Kari Lerner.
What's your website? What's your website? RecklessSaints.com. And I want to let you know that our musicians today are donating their time and their talents. We're very, very grateful. Thank you so much. I also want to take a minute to thank some special supporters. We had, there were different levels, and we had some wonderful supporters today. I want to thank Edie Hunt, Barbara Herman, Marv Diamond, who came all the way from Naples. Yeah. And Nancy Trary. Thank you very much. Next up, I believe, we have the woman, the legend, Annie Wenz.
Thank you all. It's going to take a minute for me to get my act together, but it's wonderful to see you. I'm going to put my stuff down and take a breather, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, you can't do both. Either it begins at conception or it doesn't. But he does support IVF because it allows couples to breed great families. Yeah. Yeah. I think Southwest Florida deserves a member of Congress who doesn't believe that children are livestock to be bred. Right?
I am set.
You ready?
Yes. So it is an absolute honor and privilege to be here, and it's so wonderful to see so many of your beautiful faces. I missed you all, and thank you for coming out. And Kari is a dear friend. We met long ago. She actually helped sell my house. And when she asked if we would come and do this, I said, we need Kari. I love her message. I love her dedication to bringing people together. I would like to share with you all in this very difficult time to get people out to vote. One of the things that to me is so important, there are many of us who are the converted, and right now it is the time for the middle of the road people, the people who want to hear what we in our communities can do to bring people together. And as Kari said, do house concerts, do house gatherings. There's someone who's running where I live now in North Carolina, and he says, don't just tell your friends to vote for me. Tell them to reach out to me, because if I get to talk with them, if I get to meet them at a house gathering or at an event, 5 people, 10 people will vote for me. So every opportunity you get to spread Kari's word. I did it at a Burger King. They said, what else can I do to help you? I said, you can vote for my friend. So enough flapping from me. This is something that my dear friend Amy Carroll Webb, who is a Unitarian minister over in Fort Lauderdale, wrote with me. And it's called What Gives You Hope. I sang this for Carla Hernandez Matz, and we became friends, and she called me after the hurricane, how are you? But there's a part for you. If you're not eating, I would like you to sing back. So when I sing What Gives You Hope, you're going to sing What Gives You Hope along with me. And at one point when I do this, hope, hope, hope. Oh, you could do it better than that. You don't want to be fired from the get-go, do you? So anyway, Amy and I reached out to all of the people on our social media, and we said, what gives you hope? And they sent us all of these notes, and we put it together and made a song out of it, because that's what we do. We're taking notes whenever you're talking. We stumble, we cry out, struggle to stay strong, wander through the darkest night. We think we're all alone, we wail the ancient questions, search for answers through our tears, listen through the darkest night, think that no one else can hear. Look around us, feel the power that surrounds us, feel the rumble of the thunder as we're raising up each other. Sing with me, what gives you hope now? What gives you hope again? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? Harmonies, what gives you hope? Is it the breath of each new day, or ancient showing us the way? Voices of the children speaking truth to fate. Is it the unknown acts of kindness, or all the gods of love, or faith, trust, and compassion, knowing we're enough? Look around us, feel the power that surrounds us, feel the rumble of the thunder as we're raising up each other. Sing with me. What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? When power abusers and demagogues fall, 'cause people like us lead on with the call. Hope. Hope. When the pendulum swings from darkness to light, 'cause survivors find peace at the end of the night. Hope. Hope. When all creatures run free over all Mother Earth, and each of us know our own power and worth. Hope. Hope. People look around us, feel the power that surrounds us, feel the rumble of the thunder as we're raising up each other. One more time. What gives you hope? What gives you hope? what gives you hope. You give me hope. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think since I'm amidst so much family, I think I can do something a little edgy. Is that okay? That's all right. So, I know I sucked up to Alan to borrow his guitar. So one of the things I did was, you know, I'm not very fond of some of the folks on the other side, and I actually wrote this during the George W. administration, and I've tweaked it accordingly. But boy, wouldn't he be a blessing right now, huh? Who ever thought? I mean, I cried. But anyway, so I often think of that monkey see, monkey do. Don't just do what you're told. Question. And so I tell people when I play for folks from all sides of the aisle, we should all participate. And if there's something that you don't get along with, you don't agree with, try and find the middle ground. Try and work things out with people and vote them gone. Vote them gone. We have the power. So when I say, as in monkey, monkey see, monkey do. What do you do with monkey? Vote them gone. Sing that with me when it comes up. There are a few references to the illustrious governor and the mouse. Monkey see, monkey do. If you eat from monkey's hand, the joke's on you. Monkey took a survey, he's betting on your silent. Spoon-fed stuffed pinwheel-eyed, TV stone compliance. Monkey king of sleight of hand, seduced you with a deck of cards. Flim-flammed you from 2 to ace, robbed the hen house in the dark. What you gonna do with monkeys? Vote them gone. What you gonna do with monkeys? Vote them gone. Yeah. Monkey stares out from the screen with beady rodent eyes. Slicks his lips, spins a web of monosyllabic lies. No, they don't teach CRT or queer groom kids in school, and we're not communists if you stand up to the drool. Monkey said you can't say gay, then he screwed the mouse. Sorry, 'cause I know, but we're family like Monkey said you can't say gay, and then he screwed the mouse. 'Cause Mickey stood on up to Monkey, that ain't freedom, flush him down. What you gonna do with Monkey? Vote him gone. What you gonna do with Monkey? Vote him gone. I stand before the neon altar like lettuce, switcheroo in my hand. Barbie and Ken with 100% Dynel hair flap on. Sit back and enjoy the ride. The question mark on my forehead morphs into a zipper. It opens, my brain seeps out. They are my shepherds, I shall not think. That's door number 1. Door number 2, you vote them gone. Monkey poses on the church steps, winks and bows and prays. Smugly said that he and his God know the only way. Wags his flaccid forked tongue, said Jesus said eye for an eye. I'm betting on democracy. Jesus is crying. Monkey says his righteous bunch will lead the world to kingdom come. Heard that flap from Stalin, Hitler, Attila, and Mao Zedong. What you gonna do with monkeys? Vote them gone. What you gonna do with monkeys? Vote them gone. Vote them gone. Thank you. Thank you. You can't do that stuff every place, but again, we're among family. But I do believe we have more in common than we don't. And I don't always write nasty in your face, edgy songs. But this was very much inspired by me working. For many years, I was a nursing supervisor at a psychiatric crisis respite in Massachusetts. And a dear, dear friend of mine, Batul Kazim, who is was born in Pakistan, she invited me to go to do PTSD work in Pakistan right around when Katrina hit. There was a devastating earthquake, and I went over there to work with people, and I did not know what to expect. You know, we hear all about Islam and Muslims, and they kept saying, "God bless you, God bless you." And they were the most beautiful people, and everyone, nobody asked about who anybody prayed to. I'm going to cry. It was so moving. So see if I can get my way through the song I wrote about that. When the walls crumble down and the fires torch the hills and the tornadoes sprung and the floodgates just spilled, no one noticed our hats with some red and some blue. We held up all who reached out. That's what angels do. Neath the crescent moon flag, thousands lost in that quake. We were warned, please don't go. Such a dangerous place. We all bowed and we prayed. We all cried and we grieved. No one there stopped to ask what the others believed. Unquestioning, we spread our wings. We love, gather pieces, close our eyes, and reach without even asking. In the end, we're only fragile hearts and hopes. In the end, we're all braver angels than we know. We hurt, we laugh, we dance, we cry, we fear, we fall. Together, we rise in a refugee camp. We just went there to sing. All they knew was to fear all that's different in me. They clung to our necks with the tiniest hands. They sang back, we'll always love you. Please don't let this end. Unquestioning, we spread our wings. We love, gather pieces, close our eyes, and reach without even asking. In the end, we're only fragile hearts and hopes. In the end, we're all braver angels than we know. In the end, we're all braver angels Thank you. Thank you so much. So, this was something inspired by Charlottesville. And what's interesting to me is when I sing this song, almost everyone, unless you're from the Ku Klux Klan, almost everyone comes up and thanks me for the song. Kim and Roy have got to leave because Roy, are you all leaving? Please give them a hand. No, don't you at all. Thank you so much. We love you guys. I will see you in North Carolina shortly. They filled the square with fire and flags and screamed, no blacks, no Jews, no fags, no Muslims, girls with brains or anybody with an immigrant name. Pounded chests and stroked their guns, said we're the holy chosen ones to cleanse this land of every trace of all except the master race. Then a little girl in rainbow hat stepped right down into their path, put a sign in his face. No God loves that kind of hate. Guy stopped her with open palms, said burn in hell with your two moms and your filthy, dirty mixed race blood and your snowflake sign professing love. Our forefathers built this place, we'll throw you out no matter what it takes. And the dragon man behind her grinned, he smelled the spill of another win. That little kid in rainbow hat knelt right down into his path, put a sign in his face. No God loves that kind of hate. Whoa. What's it gonna take? And someone threw a firebomb, it blew into that big guy's arm, and the blast took down the crowd a notch as the cowards either ran or watched. And as that guy lay in the street, the little girl dropped to her knees, and a rainbow hat fell in his blood by her snowflake sign professing love. That little kid in rainbow hat knelt right down in their path, held his hand till the ambulance came. No God loves that kind of hate. And then, how many of you are here from Roar? Remember the day on the bridge? So I'm going to lose it. Was Florida. There were 110 of us, and I think 11 proud of what, guys? Was Florida on a bridge, about 100 people. Just I gotta drink water. So there goes my slide. So one of my most admired songwriting teachers said, if you feel emotional, it's okay. You're allowed to do that because people know you're human. So I hope it's okay. But this was I wrote this. Yeah, I can't not do this. It's just who I am. Was Florida on a bridge, about 100 people, just one kid. He stood, held up his handmade sign, get out the vote, as cars passed by. Pumped up guys claiming to be proud surrounded him, threatening loud. He got all teared up. I said, I've never told you not to cry. Stand tall, look him in the eyes. That little kid in rainbow hat stood his ground and he looked right back. My hero, our future's fate. Nico. Yay, Nico. I know. I put him on the spot. Okay, I'm going to lighten it up. So I used to do a lot of touring. When I lived in Massachusetts, I used to go twice a year from Mass down to Homestead, Florida. And then I would drive as far as I could to get home. And I would eat, my friend made these quadruple chocolate brownies. They weren't weed brownies, they were just very chocolate brownies. And I would drink a lot of coffee and try and drive, like almost as far to Washington. I would drive all night. And I was listening to musician Tom Waits, who writes a lot of really cool lyrics. And I started channeling Tom Waits. And this has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with love. And there's a part for you, and it goes, we're in the danger zone. We're in the danger zone. Do any of you happen to have baggage? Is there anybody who doesn't have baggage? Raise your hand. Well, at least this is an honest crowd. I got enough baggage to fill the belly of a plane. From what the grapevine tells me, your luggage looks pretty much the same. So when my compass needle started wagging at you like you were an undiscovered planet, I ran to the bulkhead door, hopped in the dark, and slammed it. Next thing I know, I heard you were seeing, hightailing it to Tupelo, mumbling something about a dream about you and me dancing free and naked around a blazing circle fire. Next thing you know, we're a million stars away in the far-off corners of desire. Yeah. You're pulling me in like a moth to a flame. I'm burning my wings. I am burning my wings. And I cling to a vine with a semblance of hope on this balancing act on the finest of ropes. There's something flashing, warning as I pass a neon sign. I'm not one to yield to caution, but these are fiery times. I watch you, watch me, watch you, watch me. Ebb and flow, 2 steps forward, 3 back. 'Cause we pretty clearly know we are heading hard and fast. Out of control, head on. Where? Into the danger zone. That's your part, where? Into the danger zone. We're shifting, swimming closer like a ring around the moon. I tiptoe on clouds, I tiptoe on clouds. Found a message hidden in a bottle. In the mist it says there's no turning back once you surrender to the kiss. The winding paths we want to give excuse to hesitate, but at some unsuspecting crossroad, we'll hit head on at the gate. I watch you, watch me, watch you, watch me. Touch me like those visions you'd seen in those smarmy morning dreams when we were blazing like a bonfire. Out of control, head on. Where? Into the danger zone. Where? Into the danger. You made me leave my happy home. You took my love, now you're gone. Since I fell for you and your mama too. Well, it's too bad and it's too sad. I'm from Queens, I say stuff like that. First you love me, then you snub me now. What will I do, you know? I'm still in love with you and 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 you. Is it love or lust? Who cares? It's love. You know what it's like? Magnets. You know, sometimes magnets is that opposite pole thing and they run away, run away. But sometimes it's like that game of tug of war, with the red bandana over the muddy riverbank and everybody's pulling back and forth and all of a sudden somebody pulls really hard. Next thing you know, you're up to your eyeballs in a puddle of mud and you go, ooh, we're in the danger zone, yeah. We're in the danger zone, yeah. We're in the danger zone. Thank you. So I'm just going to do one more, yeah, and then Kari, and then Pine Island Sound. Does that make sense? So one of the things I tell folks is, first of all, how many of you have American flags flying in front of your houses? We need to take back the flag. The flag isn't just for the guy who wraps himself in the flag, but is like not representing us. I went through this period where whenever I saw an American flag in front of the house, I thought it was not a Democrat because you know, they were flying the flags like they were the patriots, and I believe we need to take our flag back, and this is our country too, right? And once again, for those of you who just came in, I adore Kari and all she stands for. And I think that there are so many people, you know, this is a very, very fragile, very critical time regarding our elections. And the more we reach out to people who are in the middle, who are wanting to hear who is working for the people, for the water, for all the things that we have in common. I have had conversations with people and say, as long as we lop off the extremes, you know, we can work things out. And so, you know, this is my country too. I wrote this long ago, but it applies, and I have tweaked it accordingly. At the very end, I am going to sing This Land Is Your Land, and I would like you all to sing it. And at one point, I am going to sing a little bit of a verse over This Land Is Your Land, but I would like you to keep singing. I'll say, keep going. So, you got that? Yeah. Thank you so much for having me here. It is just such a joy. King sits in his castle, genuflecting on his gold. We watch the bread lines circle as the meltdown unfolds. Talking lips say Armageddon's dangling by a thread, and we, the people, wonder if this table's got a head. And who are we to question? They question as they point us to a bag of junk and tell us it's a rose. And who are we to wave the red, white, and blue in question? Sing This Is My Country Too. Well, this is my country too. Oh, the foxes squirrel nuts away, then say, by God, they're gone. Then they do their cup and pencil bid along the Congress lawn. It's not hidden in an offshore bank, now trust me and believe. I fooled you once, I wouldn't twice, 'cause God is up my sleeve. We didn't mean this when we said less government. Bail out this last shell game and we'll find another dupe. Who are we to wave the red, white, and blue in question? Sing with me. Well, this is my country too. They can't wait to build a pipeline under sacred native ground. Round up all the immigrants and drive them out of town. They want busted unions, private schools, and holy stinking walls. As they march and brag, we spew and gag about their booty calls. They're the smoke and they're the mirrors. We're the poor and we're the pawns. If they get the way, we'll live in boxes and we'll mow their lawns. They complain about socialism, but they can't define the word. They're just spewing back the drivel that the shepherd told the herd. Close down every family planning clinic, then complain about the welfare moms. You cynic. I am a patriot. I will question. Oh, this is my country too. Oh, the haves get up at 5 a.m. and tally up their stuff. Drive a Hummer down to Wall Street, 'cause enough is not enough. But on the way they hear a sound they do not recognize. It's the laughing have-nots dancing underneath Fort Myers skies. What are we missing, they question. Can we buy it for some trinkets and a kitchen full of soup? Who are we to wave the red, white, and blue in question? Well, this is my country too. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to Ellis Island. This is my country too. Ready? This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land. This land is mine. I'm sick and tired of your crap. I'm gonna take my country back. This land is your land. This land is mine. Oh, this land is made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Thank you all so very, very much. Oh, you're making me cry. Thank you all. It is a privilege. Thank you. And now, please, do all we can to get Kari Lerner. We need her and that other. We need the guy who's always sitting next to MTG and that other whatever. Anyway, we need Kari.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you. Annie Wenz. Okay, thank you so much. I have some additional folks I'd like to acknowledge today. We have our one and only Democratic elected official here today, Debbie Jordan.
Could you retune my guitar back to
It's back to work.
And then we also have our candidate for House District 77, Cornelius Fowler. Cornelius took my story. I used to always quote Ann Richards about if you don't have your seat at the table, you're on the menu. That's on his campaign. Yeah. I love it. He's right, because it's true. In his district is in Lehigh, and we made a huge concentrated effort in 2021 leading up to 2022 to reach out to voters in Lehigh. We had people drove from Bonita and from Sanibel and everywhere to knock on doors and get people registered and enrolled in vote by mail. But then the turnout, when it came to actually voting, it was a challenge. So I think that Cornelius, he grew up in Belglade, so he's a true Floridian. And his wife, Kizzy, is running for county commissioner. Keeping it in the family, that's right. Everybody here can vote for Kizzy. You can only vote for Cornelius if you're in his district, but you can certainly vote for Kizzy because we do not have single-member districts for county commissioners, and that's another whole can of worms that we're not going to go into today. About just like when Hillary made the statement about we're going to close down these coal mines, and she said, and retrain for new energy jobs. But everybody left off the retrain for new energy jobs, and she just said we're going to close down. What I say is it is currently insurance, the insurance crisis we have is precipitated by the actions or inactions of our governor. However, there are things that we can do at the federal level, and I'm looking into that, not the least of which is working on getting infrastructure money here, which our current congressman has not asked for or worked towards or anything, getting infrastructure here, money here to build resilience into our infrastructure. We do have the $1.1 billion HUD grant. The money's not been disseminated because, shockingly, the county commissioners are playing games. And HUD says, no, these are the rules. This money you have to document where it's going. They don't like it, but guess what? Them's the rules. But we needed to add a zero to that, really, in order to bring our infrastructure into some sort of resilience, because when the infrastructure is more resilient, that lowers the risk for everyone across the board. And there are other ways that we can deal with it from a federal level. I have someone doing research on, someone brought up to me, well, most of the insurance companies are nationwide. Isn't there something that can be done? I don't have the answer yet. It's a complicated issue. But it is definitely something that I'm looking into. But what we need, what would help with the immediate situation, is those two bills that are sitting in Ways and Means to be able to write your casualty losses off of your income tax. Those need to be passed. Those need to be passed. And so, that would be immediately money into everyone's pocket. There's not one person that you talk to that wasn't impacted by Ian in some way. Renters, homeowners, everyone across the board. And so, I still think that for the immediate future, that is something that I'm really driving, really fighting for. We'll see if it makes a difference. I don't know, Until we get people elected who are more interested in serving you than they are in building their illustrious career or paying homage to some, whatever, some person, some individual, then, but it's just really important. We talk a little bit about, are they ready? Okay, sorry. I could talk all day, we know that, right? Pine Island Sound.
We are native Floridians. Woo! Not Jim. Yeah, it's hard to find natives when you sing to most crowds. So Alan wrote this song, and it's about windy days and about people on Pine Island and the plight of the fishermen when they lived there years and years ago when everything changed so much. It's called 40 Knots of Wind. 40 knots of wind, not a cloud in the sky, waiting for this wind to die. It's been a week now, boat ain't left the dock, bills have started to pile up. Bills have started to pile up. Mending nets, mowing neighbors' yards, building traps to make rent. Shrimpers ain't shrimping, crabbers ain't crabbing. When I ain't fishing, the Gulf I'm missing. When I ain't fishing, the Gulf I'm missing. Like my daddy and my dad's dad, this Gulf gave my family everything we have. Salt runs through the mangroves like blood in my veins. This Gulf is my life, here I remain. This Gulf is my life, here I remain. Take it, Jim. When the wind ain't blowing, my days are long. Out before the sun, back when it's gone. State laws are changing every day, and they can't send clean water my way. And they can't send clean water my way. Even in the tough times, I feel the water call. Like the Gulf has a soul. Shrimpers ain't shrimping, crabbers ain't crabbing. When I ain't fishing, the Gulf I'm missing. When I ain't fishing, the Gulf I'm missing. When I ain't fishing, the Gulf I'm missing.
All right, you want your shirt?
Yeah, because we just did one
Okay.
blood work here.
You all been to Matlacha before?
Yeah.
Anybody here?
So
You know how
who's
the
been?
traffic
So
used to
we
be?
live in St. James City at the far end of Pine Island. So in the wintertime before Ian, the traffic in Matlacha is really rough in the wintertime. It could take us 45 minutes to go from the traffic light to the stop sign. So Alan wrote this, and it's called Blood Work or Beer. You'll get your part real quick.
Okay, the mic is now hot.
Blood work or beer. How many of you ever been in Matlacha? Oh, okay.
Oh, you'll know it.
3 o'clock appointment, it's 1:45. If I could just get to Island Avenue.
Good luck.
I'm sitting in traffic, got blood work today. It's bumper to bumper in Matlacha. It's bumper to bumper in Matlacha. Cars are parked where they ain't supposed to be, on both sides, up and down the street. Crosswalks are blinking, but nobody's there. They're all in the street and crossing everywhere. They're all in the street and crossing everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just another winter day here in Matlacha. Now I'm thinking I should just turn around. It's not worth my time to leave this town. Gotta make my mind up, blood work or beer. The lab is so far and the beer is so near. The lab is so far and the beer is so near. I've come this far and waited so long. It will be summer when the traffic's gone. As I pass the perfect cup, the traffic stops and the drawbridge goes up. The traffic stops and the drawbridge goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just another winter day here in Matlacha. Left lane is open and I've made up my mind. Looks like the beer has won this time. I see up ahead the old fish house. Pine Island Sound is rocking the house. Pine Island Sound is rocking the house. I throw my blinker on, move to the left lane. There's cars behind me doing the same. I'm already feeling better about today, 'cause there's never a bad day in Matlacha. There's never a bad day in Matlacha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just another winter day here in Matlacha. Here in Matlacha. Thank you. It's so nice to have a listening group. We're used to playing in bars where hardly anybody's actually listening, and all you guys are singing along.
This next song, I wrote this next song about 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it's about Lake Okeechobee and the water that they dump over here. We haven't played it in a long time, and we really haven't played it much at all. Because we usually play at outdoor restaurants, and it's kind of tough to play it at a restaurant when there's dirty water going by, so we kind of stay away from that. But it's a history of how a lot of it happened over here, how the water ends up going out of the lake to the sugarcane fields, and it gets pumped back in the lake, and then it gets pumped here. Keep talking. Well, anyway, the lake was turned over to to the farmers. I think back in about 1948, the state signed a contract with them and guaranteed them so many billions of gallons of water. And they're having a tough time working around it. Did you find it?
Yep.
Oh, we got it. All right, I could quit talking now. And it's called Dirty Water.
If you actually like this song, you can find it on YouTube. You pull up Dirty Water, Alan Bickford. There's a lot of videos of disgusting water with it. There's dirty water in my fishing hole. The state of Florida thinks that I don't know. They send it from the lake they call Big O. They open up the gates and dirty water flows. The dirty water in my fishing hole wasn't so dirty a long time ago. The rain that fell would be crystal clear. When the lake had enough, it headed south, not here. There's dirty water in my fishing hole from Pine Island Sound to the Gulf of Mexico. Moving south as a big sheet flow. It was nature's way, and through the glades the water would go. Then Big Sugar bought up all the land. Well, that land had too much water and didn't fit their plan. And it's just the clean water that they want, just enough for their sugar crop. When they get done, the water's not so clear. Then they send it to the lake, and then they dump it here. There's dirty water in my fishing hole from Pine Island Sound to the Gulf of Mexico. It's brown as molasses and thick as tomato soup. Then its only use is to pollute. Over the years, it's taken its toll, with dead fish and bait left in my fishing hole. The tourists are leaving, the manatees got to stay. Now they float upside down where they used to play. My governor, he thinks it's a good idea for my taxes to clean up sugar's sweet deal. There's dirty water in my fishing hole from Pine Island Sound to the Gulf of Mexico. From Pine Island Sound to the Gulf of Mexico.
Alligator Alley. All right. Anybody here driven across the alley before? All right. Well, it opened up in 1969, and I was 16 years old. And we used to hit it with our Volkswagens, pay the 75-cent toll, and then push the gas pedal down all the way to the floor, and we didn't take it off until we saw the toll booth on Naples. But there was nothing in between. I mean, there was nothing. You had to watch for gators running across the road. There was no fences along the canal or nothing. It was just, it was dark.
No
man, I'm
gas
telling you.
station,
No
no
gas
bathroom,
station,
no
no
nothing till
nothing.
you got to the other side. So your part in this is easy. Alligator Alley, Alligator Alley. Not too bad.
Hold on, let me find where I'm at here.
Got the pedal to the metal, a full tank of gas. My wheels are rolling over the river of grass. In 1969, I was 16, not me. Broward built top, you won't be safe. There's nothing between you and the glades. AAA didn't like it, environmentalists said no. Seminoles and Masuki wanted the road. Alligator Alley, Alligator Alley. I'm doing 84 as I pass Snake Road. Ain't quite learned what brakes are for. With drag lines and dynamite starting at both ends. Broward and Collier meant to finish the plan. Alligator Alley, Alligator Alley. Some called it the Swamp Pike, some Alligator Lane. Some that told you nowhere, and the alley became the name. Soon the Gulf Coast sun will fade. Only headlights and stars to show the way. Alligator Alley, Alligator Alley. In 1969, I was 16.
What are you gonna do? Save some time to dream? Oh, we can do the river. Open D.
Open G? Oh, we can
Open
do
D. This is another song. It was written by actually Alice, a friend of the ACMA, Tommy Powell, I think. It's called The River. Yeah, called The River.
Yeah. Tommy Powell wrote the song. If we can find it. Can you turn it a little more? I don't remember all the words. I was born in a little sleepy town, Caloosahatchee River runs from Okeechobee to the Gulf of Mexico. And the days of my youth were spent fishing on that river, skipping rocks, watching the little town grow. We used to walk along that riverbank and watch the sun go down. You could see the river from the town. Then the dredge boats came, they straightened out the river, took away her winding curves, the old swimming hole. Now I'm wishing that old clock would turn backward for a while, take me back to a long time ago. We used to walk along that riverbank and watch the sun go down. You can hardly see the river from the town. To walk along that riverbank and watch the sun go down. You could hardly see the river from the town. The little town that I remember was rode up to a city. High-rise buildings came along through the years. As I walk along these busy streets, can't help but remember. Don't you know it's hard for me holding back the tears. Walk along that riverbank and watch the sun go down. You can't see the river from the town. Used to walk along that riverbank and watch the sun go down. Now you can't see the river from the town. No, you can't see the river from the town.
One more. We got one more song, Andy. All right, we're going to do a song that most of y'all probably haven't heard before, but it's by John Mellencamp. It's called Save Some Time to Dream. We happened to come across it on a Netflix special he did. He only did like one line, like a half a verse out of the whole song. And I heard it and I thought, oh, that is beautiful.
Save some time to dream. Save some time for yourself. Don't let your time slip away or be stolen by somebody else. Save some time for those you love. Well, they'll remember what you gave. Save some time for the songs you sing and the music that you made. Could it be that this is all there is? Could it be there's nothing more at all? Save some time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Save some time for sorrow, 'cause it will surely come your way. Prepare yourself for failure, it will give you strength someday. Try to keep your mind open and accept your mistakes. Save some time for living and always question your faith. Could it be that this is all there is? Could it be there's nothing more at all? Save some time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Cast your eyes up to heaven. What does that mean to you? Try not to be too judgmental, so others will not judge you. Save some time to think before you speak your mind. Many will not understand, and to them you must be kind. Could it be that this is all there is? Could it be there's nothing more at all? Save some time to dream, 'cause your dream might save us all. Save some time to dream. Save some time to dream. Thank you.
John
John
Mellencamp.
Mellencamp wrote that.
John Mellencamp.
Yeah, over 10 years ago, and we just heard it on a TV show, and it was like, how come that never made it big? It's a great
Want
song.
to do catwalks? Wanna do another song?
Are we done?
All right. We can do another song.
We can do catwalks or snapper hole.
Do them
Catwalks.
both. If you all want to hear them both.
Do catwalks.
This song, I wrote this song about fishing with my grandparents down in the Keys when I was 8, 9, 10, probably about to 14 years of age. We used to leave Miami, head down to Key Largo and Marathon. Okay. And we'd spend the whole night down there fishing. It
And
was
his
incredible.
grandfather would give him all this worldly advice, like don't ever get a tattoo and walk in other people's shoes. So it's called Catwalks and Granddad's Talk. It's 5 a.m. when the lights go on. The smell of coffee all around. My brother and I, we hit that floor. We got dressed the night before.
I did that last night.
I hear my granddad down the hall. Fishing rods are tapping the wall. Soon we'll be on US 1. And in those keys by the morning sun, Dad walks, Granddad talks, and save those quarters, no tattoos. Only keep what you can use. Walk a mile in someone's shoes. Granddad talks. Granddad talks. Granddad talks. Snapper and grunts coming over the rail. My Nana, she's putting them in a pail. Soon we'll have some fish and grits. Just hope this fishing never quits.
Hasn't yet.
The sun's going down and it's getting late. I smell a whole lot like bait. My brother and I are fast asleep, safe in Granddad's back seat. Back seat. Dad walks, Granddad talks, and save those quarters, no tattoos. Only keep what you can use. Walk a mile in someone's shoes. Granddad talks. Granddad talks. Granddad talks.
We have two. No, one.
Dad walks, Granddad talks, and save those quarters, no tattoos. Only keep what you can use. Walk a mile in someone's
Keep going,
shoes.
you're doing good.
Granddad talks. Granddad talks. Granddad talks. This fishing reel's in the next line. I hear my granddad's Mitchell screaming. Is it real or am I dreaming? I wake to him scratching my back. Let's go, boys, the sun's about to crack. I drop my bait down below my feet, down where the Gulf and ocean waters meet, waiting for a fish to bite. Granddad says, hold on tight. Hold on tight. Dad walks, Granddad talks, and save those quarters, no tattoos. Only keep what you can use. Walk a mile in someone's shoes. Granddad talks. Granddad talks. My granddad talks. Granddad talks. It's 5 a.m.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Carrie, I'm sure you have more to say.
Thank you so much. Pine Island Sound.
Thank you.
Wow. Did we get to hear some amazing original music today? Thank you so much. So remember these folks. Don't forget to remember that your server and bartender today, they did just such a good job for us. And I just can't thank you enough for the love and the support that you guys are providing. It means the world to me. It's what, when I get frustrated or disappointed in things aren't going how I had envisioned them going, it's good to know that I just think about when you guys are here and it's like, okay, you're counting on me. I can promise you I'm giving everything I have to this campaign. I am. And the thing is, you know, people will say, well, the numbers are this and the numbers are that. The numbers don't take into account individuals. They don't take into account individuals. And what I'm trying to do with this campaign, I'm not spending a lot of money on consultants or on polling or any of those other, Val Deming spent 2/3 of the money she raised on consultants. And just think if that money had gone into advertising. So you guys can rest assured that the money that you donate to my campaign, and I'm asking you to please reach deep, because we are. I'm a realtor. I'm not marketing myself this whole year. That's going to be a big hit for us financially. But we are seriously trying to save our democracy for our children and our grandchildren. And that's the way my husband, Alan Lerner. Right? He is, what do you refer to yourself as? He's tech support today. Usually he's arm candy. But, usually he's arm candy. But, we're grateful to be able to make this, but we need you to help. I need you to dig deep. If you can't give more today, please think about doing a recurring donation, because the bulk of the money's going into an ad buy. I was at BUPAC, like I told you. There was a Republican there who came up to me and he said, you've got the message, you've got it down, you've got the knowledge. He said, you just need to get in front of people. And so that's where they'll tell you, any of the folks from the Democratic Party of Lee County, they'll tell you how cheap I am when it comes to spending donor money. They would get so mad at me, because I would say no. But that's where the money's going to go. So I'm grateful to you. Thanks for coming out today, and look for more events.